You're listening to Vision Australia Radio in Adelaide on 1197 AM.
Well, as we speak, there's a world record attempt at something that is a little bit unique, but also something that's very, very important. To tell us more about it, we've got Salli Ali on the line. Salli, lovely to meet you, and thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me, Peter. How are you?
I'm going especially well, and there's a world record happening as we speak.
Yes, it's actually very exciting, and we hope that we can break this record and save as many lives as possible.
Now, tell us about it. It's a wonderful idea, and you're looking to get some huge numbers. You're looking to get a world record as far as people donating blood goes.
Yeah, so basically we are running a campaign at the moment, and it's run by Hussain organisation. So we're aiming to break a world record in blood donations and save hopefully 150 lives. That's the aim. And and that's about 50,000 people donating blood and saving 3 lives each.
This is happening in a number of cities as we speak?
Yes, that's right. So New Zealand kicked off the campaign, and it's happening globally, and it will run through about 62 countries across the world and end in the US.
We'll talk about Hussain in a minute, but how did the idea come about, or was that part of the whole story?
So basically, going through the pandemic globally, there was lots of call-outs for blood donations. There was shortages globally for blood, and we decided why not attempt this, because we do run blood drives on a regular basis in different countries across the world. So we decided why not put all our work together and make it bigger, and with the shortages that we have had across the world, just to lend a helping hand, and in doing that, potentially break a world record.
Now, I noticed in some of the information that I've read about it, you're looking to get people who maybe for maybe cultural reasons or maybe not be aware of the importance and how vital blood donation can be. So it's kind of not necessarily those that have already donated blood, but maybe trying to get some new people on board.
Yeah, definitely. So our aim is to have new regular donors that can, in Australia, we're participating with the Red Cross, a lifeblood organisation. So the donations are happening through that organisation. We're hoping to also provide regular donors for them, so that way we can keep the supply going in the country, and hopefully we can work through all the crisis that we had through the pandemic and the staff shortages and the shortages in blood supply.
Now, for those that are given blood, it's pretty painless, and it just takes an hour or so of your time, so it's not a huge impost upon one's, either financially or time-wise. And, of course, I guess, in a sense, the good feeling that you get after giving it is probably priceless.
Yeah, 100%, Peter. And actually, just to correct you there, it's actually a 15-minute procedure. So the procedure from start to finish for donating whole blood is 15 minutes. To donate plasma, it is about an hour. It's as little as 15 minutes, and the feeling, as you said, that you have afterwards from knowing that you're saving 3 lives is quite up there.
And Salli, I'm sure that many of our listeners, if they haven't received a blood transfusion themselves, would know people that receive donations of blood, because it's a very common thing for different conditions, and some people might need it just once in their lives, but we've spoken on this program about the fact that some people have to have them on a regular basis.
Yes, 100%. So it could be as simple as a complication in a surgical procedure, or heaven forbid, like a car accident, or anyone can require a blood transfusion. So we hope to never have to be in that situation, but in cases of emergency, it's definitely needed, and the supply needs to be within reach.
Tell us a bit about Hussain then. Tell us a bit about the organisation and what you do. We'll put some information up on our website or on our Facebook page about the program as well. But I must admit, until you were in contact, I'd never heard of you. Probably my bad. But tell us a bit about Hussain and what you do.
Yeah, so Hussain is it's a social justice organisation which was founded in the UK in 2012, and so we want to inspire and build compassionate communities around the world, and in doing so, we want to motivate different people and individuals in society to make a difference. And that could be anything from, lending a helping hand to disadvantaged communities, such as things that we do like the homeless runs. We do appeals like emergency appeals like the bushfire appeals and the flood appeals that we had. Aged care facilities, we work close with them, and just to, put a smile on people's faces and try to make a difference to their day and hopefully their lives.
2012 you started, so you were kind of celebrating 10 years. Where are you in terms of how many countries, and can people kind of join up as a membership, or obviously they can visit your website, and in this particular instance, of course, donate blood, which is a great thing to be doing. Tell us about how you've grown in that 10 years.
Yeah, so we actually have grown over 6 continents across the world, 60 different cities, and so we've got 60 different chapters across the whole world, and so it's a non-for-profit organisation whereby we do these little acts of kindness, as I mentioned, and people can join by either helping sponsor any specific event that we have. If any organisation wants to reach out in order for us to lend a helping hand for them wherever they are and whatever they need to have done, and for us to support them, we're here, and we definitely want to help as many people as possible, and we can definitely be reached by our website, as you mentioned, and on the website it does share specifically different chapters across the world and the work that they've done. So
it's a fair while since I went to school, but 6 continents, that's most of the world covered, I think.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this global campaign that we're doing now for the blood drive, it's happening across the whole world, and we're going to have a live stream from the main Instagram page. So if you wanted to follow along each country and what's happening, so it's at Hussain _ on Instagram, and we're going to have a live that's starting in New Zealand and ending in Texas.
Fantastic. So it's a little bit like sometimes on television, Sally, with the New Year's Eve celebrations, when the station takes us all around the world. It's kind of this, but more important in a sense, and probably, more relevant to people's well-being. So this is a great thing that people can follow. And, it's a world record, so hopefully you can set a high mark, and then I guess in years to come, maybe work out another way to try and better it as well.
Yes, 100%. And, like you said, it's like a little relay. We're passing the baton to each city as we go along throughout the day. So in different donor centres across Melbourne, Sydney and Adelaide, we are going to be having barbecues. So feel free to come down to your local donor centre and say hello. And it is very exciting. Like you said, we're hoping to continue to grow, and even if we don't end up succeeding in breaking the world record, it will be amazing the impact that we'll have in saving the lives that we save.
And how cool will it be in 1, 5, 50 years' time when you tell your kids, your grandkids, I donated blood that day, I was part of that world record? I mean, that's something to kind of hang up your shingle about, isn't it?
Oh, yes, definitely.
All right. Well, people can certainly check it out, and next week on the program I'll be in touch with you during the week and see what number we arrived at so we can let our listeners know next week. But in the meantime, give us a couple of details. Give us your website, and also if people do want to follow the count, as it were, or the progress on Instagram, just give us those details again, and we can put them up on our Facebook page as well so people can follow it from there, which is tremendous. So congratulations.
Sure.
And
Thank you so much.
know that there's good things happening in the world. There's enough bad news to go around, so it's good to know that it's balanced out by a bit of good stuff. So give us your details there, Sally.
Yeah, so the website is whoishussain.org, and the Instagram page is at whoishussain _ That's the handle for Instagram, and the live will be on the story. And
Sally, good luck. First time we've spoken, it sounds like a tremendous organisation. As I say, there's not enough good in the world, and even if there was a little bit more good, it's never enough good. So thanks for spending some time with us, and go break that world record.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, and we hope we break it too. Thank you.
There she goes. That's Salli Ali from Who is Hussain. So it's about that world record attempt for people to donate blood happening at the moment, and finishing probably sometime on Sunday, Australian time. and we'll let you know next week what the final number comes to.
I got you.
Hi, it's Mark Halliday here, your resident physiotherapist on Leisure Link with Peter